Thank you everyone for being here today, helping make it super special for Brendan and Megan. Big thanks to Mike and Elaine for helping throw this awesome bash. Woo! And for everyone who traveled far and wide to be here today.
Yeah.
So, 2 years ago, Brendan, I didn't know that I would be today's best man, so I've had 2 long years to think about what the heck I was going to say tonight. During that time, I watched a number of movies for inspiration and saw some wedding toasts, and I noticed they all had one thing in common, and that was dramatic, mood-enhancing background music. So, we'll allow this. And this is actually totally ironic. I didn't realize they'd be playing Star Wars for their entrance, but
Alright.
The year is 1986, period of civil unrest. It was a dark time in the Fortune household, filled with much confusion. Alyssa and Brendan make up the Fortune kids, and chaos has ruled the roost. But not for long. A baby is born. What is it? Brendan would ask. Your new sidekick, his mother would answer. These 2 brothers, Brendan and Ryan, quickly formed an easy bond with one another. Brendan, the elder of the 2, lived in a constant state of delusion. He convincingly convinced everyone that he was, in fact, Batman. Ryan, the younger brother, furthered Brendan's delusions by accepting the role of Robin. The world was not ready. And thus begins their epic journey through life. Brendan as his sidekick.
Or what?
Excuse me. Ryan as the sidekick. Brendan as the superhero. Wishful thinking. Alright, I got real background music here. Alright, so growing up, Brendan and I had an uncommonly easy bond with one another. We played well together, had complementary personalities, and rarely disagreed. You could say that we made a good team. As such, Brendan accepted me in the only role an older brother would accept a younger brother, and that was as his personal sidekick for life. So I've already mentioned our Batman and Robin days. As you can imagine, we looked ridiculous. We wore our costumes everywhere, fought imaginary villains, and drove away in our Batmobile made of pillows. A typical scene would be Brendan, just this uncoordinated, budding nerd of a human, jumping from couch to couch in a Batman costume, followed by his insanely athletic genius of a brother. Brendan somehow always was the one saving the day, while I constantly had my butt handed to me. So I learned from a very young age that this was the definition of sidekicking. Teamwork, however, did not stop there. Later on in high school, Brendan decided to test my loyalty. He boldly went where no cool high school kid went, the high school orchestra. Thankfully, I had been well prepared for this my entire life. I had played violin since the age of 6, so I could fool everyone into thinking I actually had talent. I'd also spent 15 years of being a fortune, so I was well adjusted to a life of embarrassment. In addition to that, I also wore Harry Potter glasses, had braces, and bleached blonde hair, so the ladies already avoided me. Pro tip for anyone curious out there, 90% of sidekicking is looking the part. So with that, I threw out all of my hard-earned street credit and joined Brendan in the orchestra. We shared a stand together. I put all of my efforts into making sure Brendan was as successful as possible. Flawless page turning, making sure our bows always went in the same direction at the same time, and other top secret things I can't share without signing an NDA. As a result of my efforts, Brendan was promoted to concert master and received 4 varsity letters despite only being in the orchestra for 3 years. I don't want to take all the credit, but I'm going to take all the credit. So roughly 4 years ago, when Brendan called me to tell me about this new girl named Megan he met and kind of liked, I was more than happy to lend my sidekick ears and support as he described his general confusion with the female gender. He would ask me things like, why is she so loud? And why did she pick my nose? I reassured him that what he was experiencing was perfectly normal, and that he just needed to push through. Deep down, however, I knew exactly what he was really thinking. Why is this new girl not as cool as Brian? Well, now fast forward to today, and Brennan has clearly pushed through and gotten through most of the confusion. He is now the groom, and I'm here as the best man, which is perhaps my finest side-kicking moment yet. Only this time, Brennan seems to have found his permanent replacement for me and Megan. She may not look as good in a Robin costume or turn violin pages with gusto, but I've closely observed her behavior, reviewed her qualifications, and she checks out. So with that, if everyone could raise their glasses. To Brennan and Megan, may the force be with you.